Meow. Hum. I think I need to read more about nested lists again. Thank you. I'm feeling a little bit better. How are you? Meow. I needed a lot of sleep, I guess. I slept that whole time. I got off and then I went back to sleep. Which makes sense. Last night I woke up earlier than I realized. I think I got like, wait, let me think. 1 to 2. I got like 3 hours of sleep. And I had a nightmare. And I knew that like it was I should have slept more, but I didn't feel tired. Okay, let's see. Let's see. I don't understand this. Or do I use comprehensions? Yeah. Don't think so. I think I need. Okay, this is with two simultaneous lists. Okay. I'm glad you're doing well then. Yeah. Got you. Let's see. Breaking out of a loop, emulating simultaneous, controlling loops. This is what I want, but there's not enough text. You'll often need to nest loops. Oh wait, I don't think I need it. I think I'm thinking of two different things. Nested loops versus nested collections. Hmm. Um. Hmm. That's a little bit different than what I'm thinking of. Let's go back to the beginning. We have. Okay. I guess maybe I should tinker around too, but um. Hum 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 hum. For element in collection, do something with the element. Chat. What I want to say is for value in list in list inside of list for I don't know how to call it for I mean, is it multiple for loops? Is that what they're getting at? For values in list 1 or value in list 2 or value in list 3 or value in my list if meow 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 meow. I think I need to use range though. Let me think about this. For for element in my list. Now, okay, let's see. This one is indexing. This doesn't need the index because it'll just iterate over this collection object. And what? I don't, yeah, this is a method that I don't really understand, but okay. Looping over a set, okay. And then when you loop over a dictionary, by default you get the key. Okay, and then when you want the value, you need to use this object thingy. Let me think about this again. These are dictionary objects though. Dictionary view objects. Looping over the value, looping over the whole item, and then this is also looping over the item, but then formatting. Oh wait, this is a little bit different. For key value in here. Maybe that's what I'm missing. Actually, let's just test it. I don't even know what happens if I do that. I mean, it's not a dictionary, so it might work differently. For number other in my list, print number two. I wonder what happens if I do this. Probably an error. Let's just try it. Invalid syntax. Yeah, okay. That was stupid. Okay, let's try this. Now, we can do an F string the silly way. We do an F string the silly way. Oops. Back. Dirt. Let's do this. Too many values to unpack. Expected 2. Got 4. Whoa. Whoa. Oops. Oops. Okay, let's go back to the drawing board. I probably don't need the dictionary thing. Let's see. This is not the same though. This is 2 loops, but it's like a separate. It's 2. Maybe it's the same. Is this the same? Let's see. Is this actually the same? Because you have 4 suits. For suit in suit. So the elements inside of this list. And then for the elements inside of this list. And then the card is the rank and the suit. But we're not interested in the suit. If we treat this as like inner and outer, we have like, we don't, the element isn't numbers, it's lists. If for the list inside my list, this is what we get: list 1, list 2, list 3. But what we actually want is, oops, for I don't know how to write this. For number in my list 0. Print number. I wonder if this will give me an error. Okay, no, this does something. We're getting closer. We're getting closer. I don't know. This is what I want. Print number. That's not what I want. Okay, so we need a little bit more. Let's see. If number divisible by 2, 0. Then we want to print number. Although we don't need this line because we're not going to print the list actually. 666. How do I get 666? Wait. This is not quite what I was expecting. If number. Let's see. I go back. Why is it printed 3 times? What am I doing wrong? Why does it print it 3 times? Thank you. Hi. ha ha ha. Or what if I do print my list? Oh, oops, something is gonna be wrong with the indentation. Still doing the same thing. Nice to see you progress and try things without getting backseated. It is refreshing. It's just, it's probably infuriating though for people who know how to solve it. They're just like, this dumb cat, this stupid cat. I just want to help her so bad. Don't help me. I don't want to be helped. I wanna. What the heck is going on? I want to figure out what the heck is going on here. Why the heck does it print 3 times? What is being done when I do this? Am I missing? Is it like an iteration? Is it doing it? Is it looping 3 times? Do I need? hmm. Um. It's really strange. Okay, let's see. Continue. If name Max. Continue. Let's try that. What the heck? What the heck? What the heck? Ouch! The thing is like. Hopefully not crashing out. Yeah, that is the plan. Hi, Kitty Pillar, by the way. Okay, let's see. I gotta check my assumptions here. Oh, definite retard. Let's see. Yeah, so that is that. That is just the first thing. Hmm. I'm just gonna do a little bit more exercises and then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. Let's just do more exercises. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Huh? 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 Um. Um. Hmm. Wow, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We can often rewrite a loop that uses continue with a negated if. Okay. Let's see, let's see, let's see. You don't have to use continue. It often leads to a more elegant solution. Your loops can get cluttered. If some condition, some code, if another condition, more code. We can use continue to rewrite without the nested ifs. if um meow meow meow. This is definitely not working. There's no zero in there. Why are you printing okay? Wait a minute. That's better. What the heck is listen? Wait. I'm under some great misunderstanding. Oh, is it thinking I'm talking about the index? Shit. Wait. Ah, wait. Okay, this is actually helpful. Wait, let's go back. 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 If zero in lists, print zero. Let's see what that it's doing. What the heck is this doing? I think it is printing to. It should be. No. um. Meow. Meow, 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 meow. I want to make this a bigger condition, but I don't know how to do it. Um, what if I do? What if I do another loop? For 0 in this, print print I want to see if just just breaks. Yeah, just break. Cannot assign to a literal. Okay, print meow. What if I do that? Does that do anything? Cannot assign to a literal. Ah, okay. I forget what a literal is. I guess it's whatever the index is. Or this is what I want to do, but I don't think it's working. I don't know what just happened. Oh wait, what if I do that and then yeah. Sweet dreams, good night. Good night, good night, good night. Um, ha 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 la 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 la. Meow 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 meow. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, mm. Election. Maybe that's what I need. Is this a typo? This expression for element in iterable if condition. Expression is a transformation. This is an expression. Don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Die. Hi. What's up? What up? What up? What up? This is what I'm looking for. Number for number. Shit. I'm sleepy. It's not quite right. It's not quite right. Think about it a little bit more. Ah! Let me think about this again. I mean, I guess I could test it and see what happens. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. What does this even do? Will it do anything? Oh, it errors. Unsupported for lists and int. I don't want the list. I want elements of the list. That is what I want. But I if I don't specify. Hmm. We're getting closer. We're getting much closer. It's just not quite. It's just not quite what I want. I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I don't know how to. I don't know how to do it. Let's see. Ah. Meow 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 meow. Meow meow meow. Yeah, I'm not discouraged. I'm just confused. Maybe this is what I need. Meow, 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 meow. Look at my poor. Hi, Ryu. Values not defined. Oh, I meant number. Let's see. Get dictionaries. Wait, go back, go back, go back. Go back, go back, go back. Meow. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Now we're getting a little bit closer, I think. So, instead of printing number, shit. What I want to do, here's where I want to put the if number is even divisible by 2 with 0 remainder, then print it. Let's go back to the actual problem. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. I'm scared. I don't even think that was what it was asking for, but I feel like I'm getting closer. I think I'm getting closer. Set. Hi, what up? What's happening? Meow is exactly it. Is this one? No, this is not this. It's not this one either. It's 5. Print all of the even number, all of the even numbers in the following list. Don't use any while loops. We did it. We did it. We did it. We actually did it. That took so much effort. Listen, that took so much trial and error. Look at all this trial and error. Look at all this error. Look at all these literally errors. Syntax error, value error, value error. But there was more errors. More syntax errors. More syntax errors. A type error. Oh, that was my goal. My secret goal was to see a name error. To see if I can make an error of every single type. I believe you were just overthinking. No, I wasn't overthinking. I'm just stupid. I just really don't know what I'm doing. I had like some of the pieces to the puzzle, but not all of the pieces to the puzzle. uh, Good evening, Jakova. Long time no see. Yeah. No, I don't know if I learned, but at least we got there. Gonna catch all the errors. Miss Errorson. That's my new name. Oh no. They're doing it again. Wait, with odd numbers now? Wait. This is scary. Okay, let's see. So, we're going to copy exercise 5. Make it exercise 6. Me using an infinite for loop without condition. Meow. Got a new driver's license. Oh, congratulations. And you cleaned the yard? Let's go. I take a nap all day. I'm very, very, very dumb. What do you mean? I'm so dumb. I'm so behind and I'm so dumb. It's really funny. It's actually not funny. It's really pathetic and sad. But it's okay. We fix it. We're gonna try to fix it. One day at a time. You know how I know I'm dumb? Yesterday I ended up on some blog that was like, okay, so those of you who watch my podcast, on Tuesdays when I'm not crashing out, I like to play a game of this or that where I give some images and I torture the audience into guessing what the underlying theme is. I found something like that, but instead it was like the entire blog was like, I don't even know what you call it. Inside a computer, you know, the board, not the board. What the heck is it called? I don't even know what the word I'm looking for is. It's like it had like the circuits and the chips. It's like inside of electronics. Like it was like the guy opened up an electronic thing that had some sort of, like that have, what are they called? Mm, yeah, it had like circuits and stuff, right? And then the whole activity was kind of like guess what the item is, if that makes sense, right? So imagine you opened up your alarm clock that has Wi-Fi, and then you showed people the inside, right? Like all where all the magic happens. And then they just had they have random strangers on the internet. So I don't think I bookmarked it. Did I save it? I might not have saved it because the site made me feel stupid. But I remember it. I'm gonna find it for you. The heck was it? Let's see. Um. Hi. Well, I felt. Oh, I found it. I found it. He's an American hacker. Oh, I didn't even know. Wait a minute. I didn't know he was a hacker. I do know he does reverse engineering. Hacking the Xbox. Interesting. I want to find, where the heck is his thing? Okay, apparently this guy is very famous. I also started reading his what is it? His PhD. Is it his thesis? And then I got really sad because I'm really stupid. This guy. Look at this. Wait, this is kind of new. Name that where? So then he just shows some picture of something. Look at this. This is why I feel dumb. Because there's people like this in the world. I think this is really cool, by the way. I have a lot of regrets. I feel like I should have definitely studied engineering. See XMR wallet address. Yeah, electronics. It looks so cool. It looks so cool. I don't even understand. I don't even understand anything. I'm really bad at physics. So, yeah. But it looks really interesting. Anyway, meow meow meow. Yeah, I don't know what a wear is. Is it hardware? Is that what that means? Is that like short for hardware? Or is it like a different thing? Is there a difference between wear and hardware? But how do you look at the internals and you guess what the thing is? I think this is so cool. I think this is really, really cool. I guess so too. Anyway, I was fascinated. I spent a lot of time on here yesterday. And then I was looking at other similarly impressive people, and I'm just like, I am so behind and so dumb. There's no point of existing. Enjoy your run, lifetime. I want to play Electro Guster. You should play it. Oh, I forgot. I didn't save his thing again, but his name, I'll type it in the chat. You could go look him up. Oops, that's. Don't mind me. That's his name. I think his name is really cool. I love that his like PhD thesis has his name like that, Andrew Benet Huang. But yeah. I do stuff with electronics, sometimes pretty basic. I want to learn, I want to learn, I want to learn because I need to build my robot sweetie. You got a Codeberg account? Just started migrating stuff over there yesterday. Hope it gets more popular, but not too much. Same. I hope it doesn't go to the way of inshitification like GitHub. But yeah, I have a Codeberg account, so meow meow meow. Yeah. Meow meow meow. Let's see. Let's see. Let's try another variation. We'll return to the simpler. Oh wait, this is a one-dimensional list. Okay, okay, okay. They fooled me. They hoodwinked me. Oops. 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 Ah, I'm not gonna lie. I understand. I understand the thought process behind a trailing comma, like this little comma, right, this buddy right here at the end. I understand the thought process. I really don't like it. If I have a choice, I will never put a comma there. It just looks weird to me. Did Microsoft inshitify GitHub? It's been a long time. That you're late. If you don't think GitHub is inshitified, that's because you weren't here for the glory days, maybe. It used to be a wonderful place. And then that's pretty much, I would say within the first 2 years of GitHub's acquisition, even before all this like Copilot bullshit, even before Copilot, I think Microsoft started to destroy GitHub. You know, for me, I want to say the first thing was the search engine, right? So nowadays the excuse is, oh, we're just protecting the website from scrapers and bots. Meanwhile, Microsoft themselves have scraped all of the contents of GitHub to train their own bots, right? They scrape all of the contents to train their own bots. I can still get clone apps. Okay, but what you can't do, you see, you guys can argue with me all you want. I don't even care. Back in the day, it's the same thing like Google and YouTube. Back in the day, if you knew of a project or a person on GitHub, you could do something mind-blowing. You could search for a specific project and actually get that project. They made it so that GitHub is a subcomponent of Copilot. I wouldn't dunk GitHub too much. The basic product is fine. I hate Microsoft. I can do whatever I want, Oliver. You do what you want. I'll do what I want. This is my stream and this is my opinion. You guys are probably, I don't even know. I don't know. You guys have different standards than me. It used to be that if I wanted to search for some specific project on GitHub, I could search it, no problem. Now they have all these rate limiting controls where they try to force you to log into search. But not only that, the organization of how you search for projects is like, it's the same gimmicky thing that YouTube and Alphabet does, where they they make assumptions of what you're looking for instead of serving you what you're actually looking for. So for example, in the past, if I wanted to see, oh god, I hate to do this. Give me a second. Give me a second. I'll go on there. Just pick any random thing. I can't believe I'm one-guying myself, though. I think I'm one-guying myself right now. Let's see. So, first of all, on the main page, like, this main page is what I would call inshitification. The main homepage being this. This is definitely to me. Okay, here we go. Let's search. And we're gonna look for, oh god, why is it like this? Search all of GitHub. I haven't even searched anything yet, by the way, guys. I've gone to one repository that was read only, by the way. Too many requests. You have exceeded a secondary rate limit. Please wait a few minutes before you try again. In some cases, this may take up to an hour. Signing in may provide a higher rate limit if you were not already signed in. For more on scraping GitHub and how it may affect your rights, please review our terms of service. Did I do any scraping, boys? Was I doing scraping? I looked up one thing and I went to the main site and I reloaded it once. And also I started off on this page. So I was on some read-only page. This happens to me when using VPN. I have to constantly disable it to enter GitHub. So this is what I'm telling you, Oliver. Whether or not you agree with me, I personally believe that the introduction of these types of errors to users who are using VPNs is a type of inshitification. I understand their thought process, but there's hypocrisy, right? They're saying, you can't scrape our website, but we can scrape all of the repositories, all of the code that's ever been written on our own site, whether or not there are certain licenses on the repositories. We're going to scrape and reuse everything you've ever uploaded here. But, and the thing is, like, sorry, I'm getting very upset and heated because, I would understand if the trip was like after a certain number If it was like if the trip was after a certain number of attempts, then they throw the error or something like that, right? So if I was truly scraping and then I meet that error, that makes a lot of sense. But the very first search, just because I have a VPN on, I think that is like, yeah, I think that's textbook inshitification. And then to put the cherry on top, it's like, oh, but if you sign in, it's okay. And spoiler alert, boys, even if you sign in, you get the same kind of bullshit. And there's more, but I can't even show you because I don't want to sign in. Give me a second. Live type, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I don't think it's just a IP trust issue. I don't think it's why not? I don't. I don't. I think it's I don't know. I think they just suck. I think that's my opinion, is that they just suck. They just suck. I don't like them. I disagree with you too, Dreamsea. I disagree with all of you. So here, I was able to get one search, but now if I want to look at Python only, I get error 429. In the glory days, one was able to just use the search, just to use the search. I just tested it even without a VPN. It didn't happen right away, but quicker than it should. I mean, anyway, you guys, you feel free to, you could disagree with me. You can, I don't care. I'm right. Like, we have different standards. Let's just decide that we have different standards. To you, what you don't think, they probably request limit per IP, since people use VPNs to scrape. Those get locked. Sucks so much. I don't care. I don't care. Again, they are big enough. They are sophisticated enough that they can definitely they definitely have the capability to to determine what is scraping behavior versus what is searching behavior. If a company as valuable as Microsoft can't figure that out, but it's so the reason I call it enshittification is because it's sort of like, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is, but it's too big. It's like they're catching a full bin of like a broader group to push your behavior. They're training you. They're training you to say, don't use that VPN or sign in. It took me 11 requests before I got the same error. My VPN had 0 requests. What kind of request? Was it any request? They have their own custom IP trust system. Anyway, like I'm saying, I still stand by my point because I do. I still stand by my opinion. I think we can just agree to disagree. I personally believe that they are sophisticated enough to be able to tell the difference between scraping behavior and genuine searching behavior. And I think using this cop out of, okay, but it's because the IP is not trustworthy. I think it's just that. It's just a cop out. It's easier for them to say, okay, we're just gonna put a wall up against this, these particular IPs. That's an easier solution, but it's not, it's definitely not a more refined solution. You can't tell the difference between regular users and scraping. Yes, you can. Yes, you definitely can. Yes, Microsoft can. um Not unless you get even more invasive with tracking. I think they already are. This is where I disagree with you, Live Type. I think they are already invasive with tracking to the point where they could tell the difference. I think they want you and me to believe that they're not. I think they want you and me to believe that they're not already at that point. But I think they can. I genuinely believe that they do that kind of profiling already. Now, whether or not the scrapers themselves are doing their best to make their scraping activity look like regular user activity, that part I'm less confident in my knowledge of. Because it's not just IP. You have the whole fingerprint of like, the same thing with the stupid captures wasting my life. Oh, are you a bot? Prove to me that you're not a bot by doing this little puzzle. Fuck you and your capture bot. Anyway, the other thing too is the hypocrisy of it, right? Like, dude, I can scrape all of your content no matter what license you throw up here because I own this site, but nobody else can scrape me. Depending on the scraper, it can be obvious. We had a scraper go to our site at work once. It tried to click every button on the site within a second. So that's the kind of thing I'm talking about, Oliver. Like the speed of things, the page behavior when they get there. I do think it's very different. I don't suspect that a scraper is going to search up some term and then selecting a language in the middle of the list. If anything, I would understand more if it selected like the most popular language first and then the next popular language or something like this. The other thing is I don't know what error 429 means, but anyway, this is just so the other thing too is like this is my own take. Like no one has to agree with me. Honestly, for you guys, you might find because maybe you already know how to make your own VPN or you use a less popular one or something like that. So you don't experience the bumps that I'm experiencing, and that's fair. That's fair and fine. To me, enshittification isn't for the it's not about the individual case for super users who know how to get around the gates, right? To me, enshittification is broad sweeping for the average, for the layman. Okay? Too many requests, yeah. It's really interesting. Anyway, they just don't want to show me. They don't want me to see it. And so what I'm complaining about, it's not even just like, it's not just that, oh man, GitHub doesn't want to let me scrape their thing. It's that they used to have a functional product. You used to be able to search for a specific thing. That's what happens when something gets popular. Gatekeep stuff harder, you know. Yeah, I'm not disagreeing. I won't disagree with um I won't disagree with as things grow in popularity, there's a tendency to inshitify. But I'm complaining. I'm absolutely complaining. I think that there's got to be another way. There's got to be another way. And I also think it's hypocrisy. If they don't like scraping behavior, they shouldn't engage in scraping behavior themselves. And I don't know the background of Microsoft, but I know other big tech corporations don't put it past themselves to scrape the rest of the internet. They make no big deal of scraping the rest of the internet or all of humanity's information or books. But it's wrong if I do it. I'm not even doing it, by the way. Um, I don't understand what your exact complaint is. Is it your unwillingness to bend the knee for a better user experience? It's my, you know, I know you would take, I feel like, yeah. Anyway, sorry for complaining about another one of your billion, multi-billion dollar companies. Um, I know you guys love them so much, so it hurts you when I point out, um, you know, factual deficiencies in their system. Um, because the other thing too is that there are anti-scraping technologies. Um, there are anti-scraping technologies that still give you a result, right? So they could give me a load screen and do some, have some sort of like, I mean, I hate Cloudflare, but there are alternatives to Cloudflare as well. Anyway, um, whatever. I got really upset, to be honest. Yeah. I mean, maybe my complaints aren't valid to this crowd, but to my own experience, especially um yeah, being the kind of person that used to be an early adopter, same reason I complain about Discord. I don't really talk about it that much, but I complain about Discord, and I was a very early supporter of Discord. Okay? But I just find solutions to the issue. Um DDoS and scraping has become such a big problem, almost every site starts blocking us normal humans. Yeah. But I also think that if they have a problem with scraping, they shouldn't engage in it themselves. But yeah, it's okay. Do whatever you want and be whatever you want. It used to be usable. Coinky dink. So yeah, it could be a coincidence. It could be that GitHub gained popularity, and because of its utility, Microsoft sought to acquire it. And then as it just continued and continued and continued to kind of have the winner take all effects, it grew more and more and more and more, and people don't treat the alternatives as like true choices. GitHub is often considered the default, to the point that some people don't even some people don't appreciate that Git is a system outside of GitHub. They use both terms kind of like interchangeably. Um, Modern Microsoft. Did I mention Windows 10 bricked my transceiver programming's cable? I'm sorry that it got bricked. You could stop scrapers without just blocking access with VPN, something people obviously want for privacy. Exactly, Bang Alter. And that's the other thing, too. I think you touched on it a little bit more than what I can explain, because I'm actually upset. It's this, it's a masking, it's a bait and switch. It's a, oh, we're doing this for your sake. We're doing this to make a better something. But it's BS. I think they kill two birds with one stone. They can use scraping as an excuse, but I think what they really want is they want you to log in. They want to know who you are, and they want you to not use a VPN. So, You could tell me, okay, yeah, it's because of scrapers. Scrapers are ruining things for everybody. But I think that scrapers are just a convenient scapegoat. Yeah, they don't care about the kids. I mean, they care about the kids, but in other ways. um, but anyway, um, again, I've told you live type. I'm not against paying for a service that I value. I'm not against paying for a service that I value. What I'm against is like shady practices, and again, and like I said, I think I would have less, not even just less. Let me be perfectly blunt. There are many websites that I use every single day that have some sort of anti-scraping, anti-bot protections in place. Okay? And I'm not here complaining about them. Why? Because in every other way, those sites do their best to um, still serve a functional product and to care about my privacy in some regard. To farm data, not all sites are nice and just do to protect themselves. There's a mixed bowl of all different reasons. The other thing too is I think it's a cope. I genuinely think it's a cope. I feel like a company as renowned as Microsoft has apps. I don't believe for a second that they are so unsophisticated that they couldn't come up with a better um com- some sort like a better way to gatekeep or protect their resources. I don't know. I think it's by design. It could also be that the other sites that I frequent don't get, maybe they don't get as many attacks as GitHub does or attempts for scraping, but I'm not so sure that's true either because a lot of the sites that I'm thinking of are, you know, skirting around legality to begin with in terms of like, being front ends for social media and stuff like that. So what I'm trying to say is the kind of person that knows to find a front end for Reddit is also the kind of person that has the capability of scraping Reddit and therefore scraping uh, the front end of Reddit, right? So those front ends manage to find ways to like to combat to combat and continue to to go up against scrapers and the like. But yeah. One of the reasons many prefer using pirate websites is they're easier to use than official ones. Easier to use, less invasive. Too busy figuring out how to make the start menu show ads. Hmm. Yeah. Um. And that's the thing too. I think if I didn't have in my memory a seamless GitHub user experience to compare it to, then then I would leave it alone. Same thing with Google, same thing with YouTube. I think for people who weren't heavy users before the changes, and then also for super users who find ways themselves to circumvent some of the changes, those two groups don't have much to complain about because they don't have, they don't have the good old days. I have the good old days in my past. I remember. They will sell as much as they want to. For piracy? Yeah, it depends. I'm not really talking about piracy, but Selling data isn't what those big platforms do. It's only middlemen you'll never even know about that sell your data. Um, I feel like so big platforms, they don't sell your data to any random soul, but they do have these sort of like business to business workarounds where they're essentially selling your data, right? The whole practice of like advertising, um like you can't walk up to Google and be like, "Hey, can I get data on every um 23-year-old man in the state of Kansas who likes um fishing and also is studying Japanese." Like there's not like a store where you go to buy your data or whatever. But 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 if you're like, you know what I mean? Like if you're a business located in Kansas that sells um you know, fishing apparel with waifu design. You know what I mean? Like it's like a backwards effect. They don't sell you the customer, but they sell you to the customer or something. They sell you access to the customer, saying, "Okay, we could put your ads in front of them." If the wallet is big, that too, that too. But I do think they're more on the part of like hoarding the data for themselves. They don't sell it directly is all I'm saying. But yeah, I know, but data brokers do. What do you mean? That's exactly what the ad platforms provide. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like, actually, I don't know why I'm talking to you, honestly. I don't think we can ever have like a genuine conversation about these things because you're always from the stance of like um protecting big tech companies and their right to do whatever it is they want to do. Mm. Meow meow. Hi human number. I mean, in a lot of ways, you are correct. Might makes right because force, rapists, those in power, abusers, all of those groups of people, the manipulators, mm, they they definitely have the ability, the capability to bend reality to be in their favor, right? Right. So like I'm not powerful. I don't own GitHub. So I can't protect GitHub from any sort of enshittification. Microsoft owns them. So they can do whatever they want. And they are right in the sense of if we're talking about rightness as in like reality, right? So if they say, um, we're gonna we're going to throw as many too many request errors as long as this VPN tries to access our site. They're allowed to do that because they own it. But even if might makes right, it's a choice to It's a choice to continue to play along with them, bend to their rule, obey their commands, and then also to bootlick, right? It's a choice whether or not you want to do that. I don't think you're sorry. I don't think anyone is ever sorry. I think this is what people are here for. They want to see me bent out of shape. They want to push my buttons and force me to like defend my stance and harass my position. Um, they want to. They desperately want to be able to say that my feelings are not legitimate or warranted, and I just disagree. That's all. I disagree. I'm willing to pay to use services. I am happy to share and shill and promote and support the services that are doing something right, right? If I were stealing everything and pirating everything and always trying to avoid any kind of trade, or because here's the other thing too. I think they want you to believe that you owe them something, right? Like, if you're gonna be able to search GitHub, you have to give up something to me because I'm providing this site to you. But it ignores the reality that their entire website is user generated content. The users provide the value, but the owners own the value, and then they will trick the users into thinking that the ownership is the value, but the users are the value. Be the change you wish to see in the world. I am. I'm trying. I'm trying to be the change. I'm using Codeberg. Right? I klutz. I already, yeah. Or klutz. I'm not at the level where I can do anything about it yet cuz I'm still learning. Um but I'll keep trying to learn more, and then I'm definitely not mighty enough to fight against them. I'm only one person, and mm, I don't want to lose my life to martyrdom or anything like that. But I think what I can do instead is I can find alternatives and support them. Send them donations when I have money. Um, recommend other people to them. Things like that. Yeah, spread awareness. Yeah. The same thing. I had two people this morning tell me that um one of them said that they thanked me for introducing them to launch school, and then another one said that my streams had encouraged them to pick up Python again after, I think they said, some years of giving up. So I think I am, mm, to some extent, yeah. If I could get a lobotomy or like erase my memory, it definitely would be less painful. It's just that I can remember. I used to idolize a lot of these companies too. I used to really respect them and the people there, and I used to think that if you're an engineer at Fang, you're not just smart, you're like the best. Like you're some of the best humans. I used to think. And then I don't know, and then I learned about more about philosophy, and human greed and power dynamics and interests and things, how things change. As long as you don't invent a vaccine cure to cancer and or diabetes, you can avoid accidentally disappearing pretty good. I don't believe that. I think that privacy proponents and like I think if you do anything, okay, let me try to be more specific in my words. I think it used to be the case that you had to get very, very close to something um world changing that would shake the system to be on like a red danger list. But with AI and mass surveillance in general, I think that the requirements to be flagged, categorized, disappeared, um, concentration camped or whatever, put on a farm somewhere, I think it's going to be more granular than that. I think before, if you were the founder of Silk Road, you could go to prison. And I think today, even if you're not a founder, but you're just like curious about it, tinkering, searching, trying to learn, I think that, yeah, I think they're going to squash people before they get too dangerous. It's pre-crime. Prison or worse, New Zealand. The internet used to be more private because it was smaller, nobody stored logs for long. It'll get worse in 10 years. Because of the topics you discuss, I can guarantee with near certainty every user here is on a list of some sort. Yes, that's what I mean too. Like, I don't know about you guys. I can't assume what list you guys are on. But I think that even if I am not powerful enough to cure cancer, if I'm even curious about looking for a cure, I could be exiled, killed, imprisoned, debanked. They have a lot of tools. They have a lot of tools to take care of people like that. I'm confusing the guy from Mega Upload. Oh yeah, I saw something about his was it his tweets? There are a number of sci-fi books about that. I should read those. Yeah. Meow, meow, meow. Yeah, so you could call this also the same thing as like, um, they say never meet your heroes. I think that's what's also a lot of my anger is something to that effect where I feel let down and disappointed by my, back in the day, Google used to be my Oshi, and now I'm afraid of them. Despite privacy not being illegal, it is a massive coincidence that the incarceration rate of people who develop privacy tools is massively high. Replacement parts. We must develop advanced replacement organs, including biomechanoid ones. Cool. That sounds really cool. And then you charge a subscription fee for the replacement parts, and then if they can't pay the subscription, you take the part back, or no, you don't take it back. You just you deactivate it from the cloud or whatever. And then if someone tries to share a hack to like self-host your replacement organs, they go to jail. Repo the genetic opera. Meow, 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 meow. I'm hungry. I would not allow it. This song's gonna be up to you, probably. I don't know. Meow, meow, meow. Anyway, it's been an hour and a half. I'll leave you guys be. I'll leave you be. And I will continue my Python practice off. You buy your replacement lungs, it comes with a subscription. That's the future, bros. It's the present and the future. Man, I guess I shouldn't be so sad. Honestly, I can be happy because even though things are changing and pressures are increasing, there's still some people out there. There's still some out there who care. 1980s tech, we need something better. Ow. Oh, I broke it. I broke it. Is it because I switched? Okay, bye.